Knowing that he has to work harder than anyone else, it's just his cross to bear, honestly. He is trailblazing.
For me, it's always been, well, there's no path, so I gotta make one. I find that so inspiring to hear stories like Taylor.
Hopefully he's not an anomaly and then he goes away and then that's it and it's just back to what it was before. My hope is that he goes the distance.
Hi, how are you? I'm Yuan, actor, filmmaker. Just finished Mulan, and also finished shooting a great indie film called Paper Tigers.
Hi, we're ABG, Asian Boss Girl.
We are a podcast for the modern day Asian American woman.
I'm Mel.
I'm Helen.
And I'm Janet.
I'm Jaby Koay, and I am a full-time YouTuber/influencer.
Hi, I'm Minji Chang. I'm an actress. I'm a filmmaker. And I'm also the host of First of All podcast, which is a podcast on relationships, career, family, and modern culture.
I'm Drea Walter.
I'm Osric Chau. We're filmmakers.
I am Steve Terada. I'm an actor, dancer, co-founding member of the award-winning dance crew Quest Crew, and I'm a world champion martial artist. And also I'm having a movie come out on Hulu, which is called The Art of Self-Defense, starring Jesse Eisenberg.
Hey, I'm Tiffany Chu, and I'm an actress.
I am Bernie Sue, and I am a creator and showrunner. We just finished Artificial Season 2, which just won the first Primetime Emmy ever for a Twitch original series. We also won the Peabody this year.
I play the artificial intelligence, and you can also find my movie, Miss Purple, out in theaters right now.
What do we know about football?
Not too much.
Honestly, not much.
I tried figuring out the sport. It's complicated for me.
So I follow football a lot when I was young. I was a Niners fan. Steve Young, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is probably my #1 sports idol, I would say.
I'm an NFL geek. I actually was rooting for him this year. I was hoping my team would pick him up, Minnesota Vikings. But Rapp's been he's been doing great. He was doing great in college. And for me, I'm a huge NFL fan.
Hello? Taylor. Yes, sir.
That is a
This
fancy
is Les
office.
Snead, General Manager of Los Angeles Rams.
Mr. Snead, how's it going?
I am good. How about you?
I'm doing very well.
Let me ask you this. You ever dreamed about playing in the NFL?
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
All right. You ready to live your dream?
That's
Very
calling
proud.
you.
It's like calling
Even
me.
though
Say you got the
I
role.
say at this point I'm still not realize the impact.
They're from
with
Bellingham?
being like a pro,
What-
you know,
what-
football
My
player,
mom goes
right?
through the
But
grocery
just,
shop.
Watching him working towards his dreams, you know, as a parent, as a mom, you know, I feel like that's, you know, I can't ask for more.
She has really nice skin.
So as part of that, you know, I feel like, yeah,
Good color choice.
extremely proud of him.
The 61st pick in the 2019 NFL Draft. The Los
Round
Angeles
2,
Rams
61st pick.
select
So
Taylor Rapp.
you could say that the
DB,
61st best player from that year.
Honestly, we knew he was an exceptional athlete probably since he started walking. He just
So big.
did everything so much faster, better.
Taylor, say hi.
What he's done is amazing. At #1, made a plan for college and then was successful.
You know, growing up and what they taught me, the lessons that they taught me, my older brother and I, you know, I kind of take everything from them. And, you know, I am who I am today because of them.
Taylor Rapp, he'll run the 40 at his pro day, right, Daniel?
Yeah, he plays everywhere in that Washington.
We are who we are because of our parents.
Ball finds one of those guys. If there's a ball on the ground, he scoops it. Ball pops up in the air.
The future starts here.
So this is the combine where he's showing off his skills, like how fast he is, how strong he is.
I don't think I really understood, you know, how little of Asian American people are in professional sports, let alone football.
I think probably in high school, as soon as I, you know, wanted to move on to the next level,
the amount of
play
Asian
in college,
Americans
you know, I kind of
who've
started
ever
looking
been
around and seeing
in
there
professional
weren't many
football.
at all. So I mean, it's just another factor to drive my work ethic.
There is this stigma with Asians, I think, that they kind of like lack masculinity. So I'd love to see them, you know, step up in football, and I know they'd love to break that stigma as well.
With Adderley and Rapp. Rapp versatile,
He's the most reliable tackler in the secondary in this year's draft, and the play speed is better than the time speed. But I thought this is a fantastic
So if he's like in the second round and drafted as a safety, that means he's probably like the top or second best safety in the draft.
Potentially being the leader of that,
There's like
that
8.
the changing
Yeah,
stigma
it's really good.
of
It's really
Asian
good.
Americans in football. What he can accomplish is so much greater than like what we could have ever imagined, and to see him embrace it and want to do it is even more like speaking
So
to
young.
him, and it's just
So much
to be the
potential.
older brother to see
I knew you
him
were
grow.
saying that.
I was waiting for someone to say it
Running
first. I heard Mel. I thought you were gonna say it first.
They're both single.
They're like these
Obviously.
little small dumplings. So
Wait, what do you say?
yeah, I'll just stuff my mouth with them.
Dumplings?
I still gotta learn how to make them. I think my mom knows how to make them.
Here we go.
So
Yep.
both my grandparents and my mom know how to make them. Still gotta learn.
It's exactly like how
More fast making those. You got a little Chinese hand. How do you do this
Same
side?
thing, so folded, trying to squeeze and push
Mom
the
has
to
that
the
exact
middle,
same calendar.
and then the top.
Yeah, mom's teaching me how to
my
roll
grandma had the
dumplings
same,
correctly.
Well, it's kind of like
And homemade dumplings.
Okay, cooking with your family,
grandma and
like
grandpa's
learning
homemade
the ways is a sacred.
Mom's teaching me how to roll.
You
dumplings
bet I'm gonna like
correctly.
force my children to make
Well,
dumplings
it's
with
kind
me.
of like
Like I'm gonna learn how to make
you
it
know,
from my
if you go out
grandma,
to go to the Chinese
and they're gonna be like
restaurant, you know,
little
but that's just
workhorses.
the
It's
Americanized
important. It's like
kind of
understanding
like
where you come
Chinese
from.
food, right? So, but you know, we're home, you get your, you know, real kind of like a Chinese food. Pretty good.
That's pretty
Mom's
good.
cooking's always the best.
Oh, where go? Come, where go? Wouldn't know.
Oh, he speaks
I mean, the
Mandarin.
culture, whatever, it's in me, right? So it's always will be in me. How do we make sure Taylor still keep that Chinese culture? I mean, obviously with me, my parents, you know, so they all have a pretty huge impact through the regular life, daily life, you know, so he always has part of that Chinese culture in him.
Ooh,
You gotta
those
let
look
it cool
so
down for a
good.
little bit. They're gonna be way too hot, sticking in your mouth.
It means a lot that he identifies with his upbringing, his culture.
You
I don't
hungry?
think- I never looked at it as he should be separated because of his culture. I kind of just expect him to blend in and just be a football player, not a particularly
Skilled with the chopsticks, very
Chinese
important.
American. But I'm
But
glad that
his
he
dad
embraced
makes a good
it
point
and
here
proud
about the
of it.
culture part, because that's something where
You ready to
because
live
it
your dream?
informs him, right? It doesn't make it shouldn't affect him as a player, but it should inform him. And if you like, it should affect his like work ethic and his like point of view in
I
mind.
can't even imagine like how much pressure that is. Like I get excited when I do like a student short film. This is like
Get there and get to work.
if you got drafted in the NFL. I mean, I'm not a big
Making
football
history or
person,
anything
but
like
it's
that,
like
you know,
me
it's just trying to
filming
break
with
that
Meryl
stereotype.
Streep. Like I
No matter what you look like, no matter who you are.
And here he's
play
signing his
professional
contract
sports or,
to play
you know, college sports at a high level.
this.
If you work hard.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well said.
Well done.
Unwrapped.
An Asian American getting drafted by the Rams is a beautiful thing. I mean, I think he went second round, I believe. He should have gone first. Anytime an Asian American gets into the NFL, the NBA, it's a great, great accomplishment. And it needs to be recognized because, you know, I didn't see these guys when I was growing up. Faces like me playing in the NFL, I would have gone crazy as a little kid.
I mean, anytime we have some sort of representation, I think it just opens doors.
I mean, it really marks a point of change. You know, we're literally living through the history of this change right now. So I think it's awesome.
I can't. My limited knowledge of it, yeah, like I don't know any others. I didn't even know that someone got drafted.
There's a Filipino guy.
Doesn't even know the
I don't
name.
know his name. I was watching the Super Bowl and I saw him waving the flag one time. I think
That got Drea very excited. You should
No,
talk
I
about that
just-
moment.
Well, because no one told me, and we're sitting. I don't understand what's happening.
She had
It's like
zero
4
interest in
hours.
football and the Super Bowl until she saw this little
I saw that
Filipino
little flag.
flag.
I was just
because-
wondering why he was carrying it.
And all of a sudden she cared. She's half Filipino, in case you're wondering.
I think you can count on your hand the amount of Asian or even half Asians who have made it into the NFL. So I think it's huge. I actually didn't know he was drafted so high.
I always keep track of like Asians in the NFL from like Minji Chang, like Korean. That went Vietnamese linebacker for the Cowboys to Johnny Morton, wide receiver for the Lions, to Roman Gabriel, Filipino. Tons of peeps, man. But still small percentage as far as compared to the rest of the NFL. But you're always there to support. So when these guys first came on the scene, same as Rapp, you're just like, yes.
I think just seeing the face of his mother, it felt so familiar to me. Yeah. That's when it hit at home, like, wow, it's weird to feel like he's one of us.
That was awesome. Like, seriously, because that's what flashed me back, because that's what I was doing in high school, playing football, and then on the weekends, I would be making dumplings with my grandma and mom and all that stuff. So, like, everything was just like, almost like, oh my God.
But when I hear her talking about how proud of her son that she is, it makes me cry.
When I heard his mom's voice and I saw him making dumplings, I actually got jealous. Because, like, I grew up with an Asian mom and a Caucasian dad, but it was very, very American in the way we ate. Like, my mom didn't really teach me how to make food like that.
My parents speak with an accent, so I think it's really awesome that he's embracing it. And baller to them that they're making their dumpling skin from scratch. That video just made me really hungry.
We made dumplings at some point. We've never made this skin from scratch. And I was like, damn, this guy's more Chinese than me. Yeah. That was sick.
You know, I am an artist, and I am in an industry that, when I started, just seemed impossible. You know, I was not the type to say, oh, there's no one, like, there's no path, so I shouldn't go that way. For me, it's always been, well, there's no path, so I gotta make one.
There was an Asian American actor I met years ago, and I asked him, like, how did you do that? Because you got into movies when it was harder for Asian actors. And he goes, I had to be better than everybody else. I had to be the best, better than all the other Caucasian actors. Like, where other people could, you know, slack a little bit, I had to be better than everyone. That was the only way that I was gonna get noticed. That was the only way I was gonna book the roles.
I think those of us that have any kind of experience like that, that's what happens when, you know, anytime you play sports, you know, you get chastised and we go, oh yeah, what do you know, blah, 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 Chinese, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, it makes you want to excel that much more and represent that much more. So for me watching that, yeah, I totally vibe with that and connected with that because both me and my brother went through that.
On one side, you know, the male masculinity of not being allowed to have any sort of emotion and cry and all that. But on the other side, I've noticed with the Asian culture here in America, they're always considered more feminine, which is so false to me. I don't really understand what that means. So it's really nice to see someone represent the other side.
And also, I just want to say for the record, Asian men not being masculine is such a load of, like, why? Why is this a thing? It's just such, can I curse? It's bullshit.
There isn't a lot of people in the NFL who are Asian Americans, but the fact that he wants to take on that role and that it's such a weight to carry. That says a lot about his grit and his work ethic. So I feel like that's very admirable.
I think for him, it's stacked on because he's still clearly doing it because he wants to do it. But now he has like this added piece of pressure, this little like another monkey on his back or a little chip on his shoulder to do it because of that. And I think it actually makes it a little harder. So he's got a huge mountain to climb, and rooting for him.
As an artist, as an actor, that is a minority in Hollywood and in media, I relate a lot to Taylor's feeling of like work ethic and just showing up and be the best you can be, and that anybody can be a professional athlete. I believe that 100%. There might be certain limitations or certain things that might be stacked against you. Yeah, there is racism in Hollywood, but that's not everybody. You know what I mean? And if you fixate on limitations, they will continue to chase you. They'll always be there. I think with athletes, same as artists, same as anybody, I think attitude has a lot to do with someone's success. And the fact that he turns something that someone could look at as a minus into a plus, into an asset instead of a liability, I think it's amazing.
I think Taylor, just to see someone like myself, I don't play that sport, but to see someone like me, a mixed race person, really excelling in what they want to do and embracing who they are and not using it as a reason of failure, to me that's inspiring alone. I'm going to follow everything you do, Taylor. It's just spectacular to me. And so to know that I feel that way, I know a lot of other people are going to feel that way. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. Just that alone, you representing not just Asian Americans, but the mixed race ones, that does a lot. I can feel myself now.
That does a lot.
Yeah, it does a lot for me.
Knowing that he has to work harder than anyone else in order to be in that position, it's just his cross to bear, honestly. He is trailblazing and making life easier for the next generation. Hopefully he's not an anomaly and then he goes away and then that's it and it's just back to what it was before. My hope is that he goes the distance and we see more and more and more after him, rather than it continuing to be a struggle for the next several decades.
I would say, Taylor, I mean, the fact that you've gotten to this point is, I mean, amazing enough. Every moment that you're out there, everything that you do, every extra rep that you do in the gym, you really are setting a precedence for our community that's only right now starting to look for these role models.
I would say take everything with a grain of salt. The words of encouragement and the critiques of both, because you don't want either of those things to swing you and disrupt who you are. You are yourself. You've clearly worked hard. You're clearly talented. You can do it. You believe in yourself. Yes, you'll get praise. Yes, you'll get people like us supporting you, and yes, you'll get people that aren't us somewhere out there detracting and saying you can't do it. Believe in what you do, and you never know because life's uncertain, but that's what it is, and that's the drive that I know I carry in my personal success, and so I encourage you to do that.
I think for him being someone that is putting himself really out there in this industry where there is such a lack of representation, he's probably going to get a lot of commentary from people saying, oh, you can't do this, and not believing in you. But clearly he's already gotten to this place, second draft for the LA Rams. So the fact that he's already gotten there has already proved that he can do this. And we're excited to see his career just, and like Mel said, we've got his back 100%.
My words of encouragement for him are that there will be a lot of potholes in the road. There will be a lot of moments that challenge that optimism, that outlook. If he can just get through those moments that challenge him that way, if he can just get through those moments that make him want to turn back, he'll be a hero for a lot of people. It's going to be very meaningful for him and so many people in a profound way that even though he kind of sees it, there's no way he can really see the kind of impact, the level of influence he could potentially have once he's there.
I think you succeeding in your most authentic self will be the thing that inspires and uplifts everybody else. We can sometimes carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, and I don't want you to do that, Taylor. I want you to go just kick ass in football. Collectively, we can all a rising tide lifts all boats.
People are gonna attack you. It's gonna seem negative, but honestly, all of our weird things, all of the negative things, you can see it as a weakness, but I think
see it as a strength.
It's always a strength. I think the most successful people will see their weaknesses as a strength, and I think Taylor's got the right mentality. He's been doing that all along. So.
Yeah, I support you. I'll watch the Rams.
We'll watch more than just the Super Bowl. You can find us at the stadium because we're
gonna be there.
In the safety section.
In the safety, it's not that. That's not what it's called.
What's up, Taylor? It's HINES. I know you heard it before. Asians can't play football.
Did not fool Taylor Rapp.
I still remember the first time I heard it.
Hines Ward gets a chance at a 2-point conversion. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
You can feed off that energy.
Touchdown, Hines Ward!
Turn that hate into wins. So Asians can't play football, huh?
Taylor Rapp!
I say we're pretty darn good.